Welcome to this tech tip overviewing Edgecam's network license upgrade. This is part of the Edgecam software at Edgecam 2014 R1, and this tech tip will cover both upgrading the network license to Sentinel RMS version 8.5.3, and then also one of the benefits added by that update of being able to revoke network licenses using the internet. So digging in a little bit into the license update. If your company has the Edgecam Sentinel RMS network license, you'll want to allow some time to do the license upgrade to the latest version. This could be done before rolling out Edgecam to the workstations, or it could be done after. The key point here is that this is how the process works. You're going to first check in all the Edgecam licenses and then remove the Sentinel RMS program through the Add Remove Programs that's installed on the license server. Then, using the Edgecam 2014 R1 DVD image, you'll install the Sentinel RMS License Manager that puts the latest one on. And then this is an optional step and is something we haven't done before, typically on network licenses. But you can also install the CLS on the license server. This is going to enable you to revoke licenses automatically, which we'll take a look at next. In previous versions of Edgecam, if you had to move the Edgecam license from one server to another, there was a fairly involved process that could take sometimes several days to do, of getting a new server up and running with temporary licenses, then revoking licenses from the old server, submitting what we call revocation tickets as proof of the license being removed, have them verified, and then send a permanent license back. The Sentinel RMS License Manager update is coupled with installing CLS on the server. As long as the server has an internet connection, is going to allow the license to be revoked over the internet. Exactly the same process has been done on our standalone Sentinel RMS keyless license servers for some time. The benefit to the network administrator is that all the licenses will be able to be revoked automatically. It's a much quicker process and is literally going to take minutes to do, to move things over to a new license server, and there's complete control by the customer without any need to send revocation tickets for verification. So we're looking here at a computer that acts as an Edgecam license server for a network license. It has a previous version installed, and the RMS License Manager is 8.5.1. We're going to need to remove that so that we can install the newer license manager. So notice as I begin the removal process that there is a prompt to make sure that the users connected to the license have turned the license back in. So make sure to do that before proceeding. And then we'll continue with removing the license. Now that the license is removed, we can proceed with installing the new driver. Now, from the DVD image, you do have a start here that opens up the splash screen to the installation manager for the software, and one of the installations is the Sentinel RMS license server. By the way, you can get to the same thing by going to the Sentinel RMS licensing folder and the license manager installation and setup.exe. Whichever way you get to it. It's going to begin the process of installing the 8.5.3 License Manager setup with the newer driver. When it's complete, we can finish. We can exit the DVD image, and again, a quick check that that's installed. We can go through the control panel and the Add Remove Programs list. and you'll see that we're now up to Sentinel RMS License Manager 8.5.3. Now, in order to use the new functionality for the CLS to be able to remove licenses over the internet, we're going to need to go and install just the Client License Manager. Now, you'll see that on the DVD you have a CLS folder. You can go right to the folder here, and in the folder you do have a setup.exe for that. You could also go through the splash screen and go through a custom Edgecam install. This is probably the most direct. The reason for doing this is that the CLS needs to be resident on the server in order to allow the ability to revoke license files directly from the server. Okay, now that that installation is completed and we finish, you'll notice that down by the clock in the system tray is a new icon for CLS. That, by the way, is placed into the startup program group, so it fires off when the computer is first logged into. And from here we have the option to go to License Manager. We can, just as we would do before, search the network, locate the server, it lists the licenses available, so there's a total of 15. We can see the release date, and notice that from this menu we have the option to both install a license from either an active license file or to request one over the internet, and we also have the ability to revoke the current licenses. And again, this would revoke the licenses, and the automatic revocation allows an internet connection to the PC. Let's go explore how that process works. I'll put in my email address. So now that the revocation is complete, the licenses have been revoked, there's no installed licenses. Now I could move over to another server perhaps and run the same process and install licenses from there. I'm going to request a license file. You will need to know your server code. So with the server code entered, we'll request a license file. We'll automatically create the server code. Again, you can put in your email address if you'd like to have a copy of the email sent to you. Not required. That's why it's optional. You click Next, the installation's complete. So in summary, the new version, Edgecam 2014 R1, provides both a version update to the Sentinel RMS License Manager and driver, and if you wish to be able to use the new ability to revoke licenses automatically over the internet versus the old manual process, all that you need to do is install CLS on the computer acting as the license server, and you're good to go.